Making precise adjustments with curves. The hue saturation curves controls in the curve section of the Lumetri color panel offer precise control when adjusting hue and luminance. As with so many effects, the quickest way to learn what the controls can do is to try them with extreme adjustments, then experiment to achieve more subtle results. Let's try these controls on some clips. Open the sequence, The Ancestor Simulation. Play the sequence to familiarize yourself with the shots. These images have muted colors with some specific regions with distinguishable colors, such as the flowers on the table. Expand the curve section of the Lumetri color panel and position the timeline playhead over the second clip at 00000600. At the top right of each hue saturation curves control, there is an eyedropper. When you use an eyedropper to click the image, Premiere Pro adds 3 control points to the curve control. One matches the part of the image you clicked, and the other 2, one on either side, separate the adjustment you will make from the rest of the curve. Use the eyedropper for the hue versus sat curve to select the petals of the reddish flower closest to the camera on the table. The selection is right at the edges of the hue graph. Drag the scroll bar at the bottom of the curve control to access the control points more easily. Drag the middle control point up to dramatically increase the saturation for the flower. The shape of the curve produces a smoothing effect for the selection. Even so, you may want to reduce the intensity of the adjustment for a more natural result. Place the timeline playhead at the beginning of the sequence on the first frame. Use the eyedropper for the sat versus sat curve to select the pale beige color of the sofa. This selects pixels that have little color saturation. Drag the left control point up, quite high in the graph, to bring some life to the sofa and similar pale areas of the image. Because you exclusively selected pixels that originally had little color saturation, other areas of the image with more saturation are unaffected. The result is a natural-looking adjustment. Experiment with the other clips in the sequence. For example, for the 6th clip, showing the castle with trees, try using the hue versus sat curve to increase the saturation of the green in the trees, and then use the hue versus luma curve to darken the leaves. This adds more visual interest and contrast without making any adjustment to the whole clip.